Okay, so I have no idea which take this is, but let's get started. Project name is OpenBackplot. The teammates are Anirudh Pal and Marek Altug. Brief description about our project. It's a web-based G-code visualizer. So G-code is an industry-used language. It's used to control the motion of machines. It's used in 3D printers. It's used in CNC mills and lathes. Uh, it's a pretty standard language. You can look up the details online. Um, so as I said, G-code controls the motion of machines, and what we do is draw lines instead of the machine moving itself. So that's a good way of programming G-code. Um so here's our demo. This is our application, pretty simple. We didn't spend any time on styling it too much, just purely functional. On the left side we have our text area. On the center we have our on the right side we have our render area. So let's get started. uh, I'm gonna pull some code so I don't have to bore you with the details of G code. Here we go. So just to prove to you that it actually draws it out as you type, I'm gonna get a line, then I'm gonna get a couple more lines, and oh wow, drew a triangle. Oh, it drew a triangle because I didn't put this as the next line. Okay, there you go. So it actually does generate the cube. It's not something we have pre-programmed. Let's copy that over. Let's paste that over. Now, as you can see, we're basically defining lines in this case. So lines of motion, and it's making a cube. So you use left click to orbit, right click to pan, scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Uh, we also do, I mean, the program can handle bigger things like this one, but it's a little sluggish. So we're going to give it a second to load. It's a pretty big file. And the file's loaded. Now it's generating the render. Anytime now. And there we go. So it generated this render out. It can handle it, not designed for it. Now let's get to the more interesting features. So it's multi-user. Multiple users can work on it, work on multiple documents at the same time. Uh, Also, it's somewhat like Google Docs, where 4 or 5, as many users can be on the same document and edit it simultaneously. I'll try my best to demo that. So let's demo that your files do save. So let's create a file. Let's call it, so it's 1123 right now. Let's call it 1123. Make that file and say oh yeah, okay, and say hey I did hey I did this at 11:23, 7 minutes before class. And let's go ahead and make something like 11:30, and hey, like I should be in class. Let's see if 11:23 is still, so you see 11:23 still remembers that it's 11:23, and 11:30 still remembers that I should be in class. So it kind of remembers, so your files are saved, they're not lost. So let's split tabs. And pull this one up. So what I'm going to do is, let's say 2 people are working on the same thing, so they just use the same URL. they can like, so if I type hey here, it's gonna be hey there as well. If I type hello on the right, it's gonna be hello on the left as well. And if they both type at the same time, that also works. A little harder to demonstrate. It's not a chat server you're supposed to be coding, but honestly you could use it as a chat server if you didn't care about G-code. And yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of the demo. Hope you guys liked it.